Hello, Swim Friends. Today I'm going to show you how to sit comfortably. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways. I'll show you with the chair, I'll show you with a couple blankets on the floor, and then with a meditation bench. I would play around with all 3 of these with whatever you have and see what works best for you and is most comfortable for your body. This can change on a daily basis. So let's start with the chair first. So sitting on a chair, we want to come towards the front of the chair because this allows the spine, the pelvis really to tilt back a little bit, which keeps our curve in the lower spine. And then we want to have our feet flat on the floor, the knees are above the ankles, and ideally the hips are just slightly above the knees. Now you can use blankets here to adjust. For example, if your knees are way lower than your hips, then you can place a blanket under your feet. Or if you have your bottom and your knees, your hips and your knees kind of equal, then you can place a blanket under your bottom to kind of lift those hips up a little bit. And so the other key points I want to make here is that shoulders would be over hips, and then knees are over ankles. And then sitting up nice and tall, the chin is parallel to the floor. So that's how we do posture in a seated position for meditation. All right, and then next up is going to be with blankets on the floor. So most people would be fine with 1 or 2. I'm going to demo with 2 blankets. So once again, this is for meditating on the floor. So like the chair, we come to the front of the blankets, and this is so the pelvis can tilt off. So if you can see that here, if we sit flat on the floor, then we have a rounded spine at the base, in the lumbar spine. And we really want our spine to be in its neutral curves. The spine is like our antenna for meditation. So having it be nice and tall gets more of a signal, gets more energy flow. So whether you bring 1 or 2 blankets underneath your hips, sit at the front edge of them, so then your pelvis can tilt forward, getting that lower back curve, or dotted curve in there. And then the same thing, the shoulders are back, shoulders above the hips, chin is parallel to the floor. And then the hands will actually come to the juncture of hip and thighs. If you have pockets in your pants, that can sometimes feel comfortable. We ideally want the shoulders back and the chest forward, the heart open. But we don't want to overdo it either. So it's finding that comfortable balance. And the palms face up for meditation, unless we need to ground. If we're feeling kind of woo, then we can place the hands on the thighs, close enough to the juncture of hip and thigh that the shoulders can still be back. And then once we're relaxed and calm, then we can have palms face up. So, we did the chair, we've done the blankets. Last but certainly not least is a meditation bench. So I spot cleaned mine a little bit this morning. That's why it's got a little wet spot. It didn't dry in time. That's okay. I got this meditation bench from meditationbench.com. They do engravings as well. Really beautiful stuff. Custom, has my name on it, the Om symbol. Just really beautiful. You can pick the color of the cushion material as well. So to use a meditation bench, I'm going to go ahead and come onto my knees. My feet are back. The tops of my feet are relaxed. Then I'm going to place the bench behind me. I'm going to sit onto the bench. And you want to play around with this too with benches, because remember the intention here is to get that slight curve in the lower spine. So we want to sit with a meditation bench. I'm on the bench mostly, but I am more towards the front. The bench is kind of tilted like that a little bit, allowing my pelvis to tilt. And then the same thing, shoulders are over the hips. That's part of the plumb line. And then the hands come to juncture of hip and thighs, ideally palms face up, but if you need to relax or ground first, then palms palms can face the body. And then the chin is parallel to the floor. So those are 3 ways to sit comfortably. We have the chair, which I highly recommend playing around with the chair. It's a great way to meditate. If I'm out for a run and I stop to meditate, I'll sit on a bench. It's the same idea. And then the next way that we did together, we sat comfortably seated on the ground with blankets. And then the 3rd way is if you get a meditation bench. So there's lots of other things out there. There's meditation cushions. And if you don't have yoga blankets, you could try some firm pillows, firm towels, firm blankets, and just fold them up. Sit on the front crease towards the edge, allowing that pelvis to tilt off. Yeah, so that's how to sit comfortably for meditation. Thank you so much.